Hey guys, here is a movie that I stitched together today on my trip from Oakland back to Boise, and it was a pretty cool trip. Here we are at the Oakland Airport, and you can tell it was Sunday because all the private jets are sitting there, engines running, waiting for their well-to-do passengers to come and get on board. We had a full IMC departure, as you'll see here in a little bit. It was really interesting how quickly the weather changed. I always thought I was going to have a full VFR departure, but as you can see here, we were completely in the soup. Thank goodness for autopilot. So when I was doing my flight planning, it showed that there was going to be icing at around 10 to 11,000 feet or higher. And for the original route, the more direct route, I was actually going to have to go that high, but I didn't want to go that high and fly up in the clouds that are above us. So instead what I did was I rerouted. I picked a way to go up the valley north of the Bay Area, and that allowed us to stay at a much lower 7,000 feet, which is where we're at here. And so we didn't have to go up into the icing, and so it was a very stress-free portion of the flight at this point. So that mountain there off in the distance is Mount Shasta. The video really doesn't do it justice. It looked far better when we were actually looking out the window. So this leg of the flight here is between this is after passing Shasta, it's between a GPS point called Garsa, G-A-R-S-A, I believe, and the Lakeview VOR. And as you can see, as we were getting closer to Boise, we started to get a lot more low-level clouds covering the ground, more like fog, really. So I was paying particularly close attention to the weather at Nampa, which is where we're coming back into, and we're getting ready to start the descent. I was hoping to be in visual conditions, but that was not to be for today's flight. So we had a full-on, as you're about to see here, and I don't have any footage after the scene because I was too busy flying the plane, but we lowered right down into the soup, and we were full IMC conditions with a little bit of ice buildup. Thankfully, we had a TKS system to battle that until about 1,000 AGL, and then we popped out at the bottom, and we were able to make a visual landing just like we'd hoped.